Hi friends, I am Sai Chaitanya. Welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In this video, I'll be doing the display comparison between the Realme 7 5G device versus the Realme X7 Pro device. The Realme 7 5G, which is also called as the Realme Q2 as well, which has the Dimensity 800U processor, and the Realme X7 Pro, which has the Dimensity 1000 plus processor. So let me quickly show you the about phone settings, and so that you know exactly what variants I'm using currently. As you can see, Dimensity 800U and the Dimensity 1000 plus processor. And in this comparison, one thing is common between the both the phones is a 120 Hz refresh rate, and they're both having the same type of screen size, 6.55 inches. But apart from that, everything is different. For example, the Realme X7 Pro has the AMOLED panel, Super AMOLED panel, and the Realme 7 5G has the IPS LCD panel. So in this video, I'll be doing the quickly display comparison between both the phones. So I'll talk about the what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, and what's the difference, and when you're using the studio lighting effect, how which phone looks the better, and in the darker condition. And I'll be doing in-depth display comparison, friends. So try to watch till end of the video to get to know more details about the display. And if you're watching first time on my channel, make sure to follow me regularly and subscribe to my channel Sai Tech Guru. And also to check the links in description as well for the playlist of the Realme X7 and Realme 7 5G. You can find so many videos which are already uploaded on this both the smartphones, so which will be very helpful for you. And make sure to subscribe and kindly support me as well. For this live wallpaper, try to check the links in description. There's a wallpaper playlist. And let me quickly open the GSM Arena site for the specifications regarding the display. So let me try to quickly open in the Realme 7 5G as well. So these are Realme 7 5G and Realme X7 Pro as well. As you can see here, Super AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate versus the IPS LCD panel, as you can see, and the 6.5 inches versus 6.55 inches. So slightly a difference is there in terms of the screen size, and the resolution is kind of same. And the Gorilla Glass 5 production here, and here the Gorilla Glass should be also 5, but it's not mentioned here. So this is a quick glance at the display properties of the both the phones. And the brightness levels is pretty low in the Realme 7 5G, and in the Realme X7 Pro is very good. I think close to 1000 nits of brightness in the Realme X7 Pro of variant. And let me quickly open the MX player and start playing the video, and we will compare side by side. Let's see which phone is the best looking device. So right now, as you can see, friends, I am playing the same video in both the phones. You can see the brightness levels and saturation levels is really good in this Realme smartphone. So the bottom one is a Realme X7 Pro, and the top is a Realme 7 5G. And the only difference which is clearly observed, if you notice, quickly let me try to grab the pen here. So this is a punch hole camera, you can see punch hole, which is really small in the Realme X7, which is really small. And in the Realme 7 5G with the Dimensity 800U processor, which the punch hole is slightly big one. As you can see, this is the only difference you will be observing when you look straight. And another thing is that the bezels are too much big in the Realme 7 5G, and in the Realme X7 Pro the bezels are very small. And it's really good on the Realme X7 Pro for this premium and smartphone. You are getting really good package here in the Realme X7 Pro device. And the brightness, if you observe this area, it's slightly good than the Realme 7 5G. So slightly brighter image here. And even the water looks a little bit kind of saturated than this Realme 7 5G, because the phone has the IPS LCD panel. So obviously the AMOLED panels are really good in this kind of showing all this kind of clarity and the image type. You can see, you can observe this kind of plant here which looks red, and this looks kind of close to yellowish kind of color. And I'm using the default settings in both phones, not cool or not extreme warm. So these are default settings in both the phones. As you can see, this area looks really good. So let me try to quickly decrease the brightness to 10 in both the smartphones, and the brightness is decreased to 10. And both phones are kind of looking very good to each other. And let me quickly decrease the brightness to 0, and both are really good in the 0 brightness level as well, so there's no issues. And now let's deal with the viewing angles of the both the smartphones. My impressions are very good with the Realme X7 Pro device, only Pro version, which has Super AMOLED panel and the small bezels. You can see the difference friends here, the sky. It looks really good on the Realme X1 Pro, which has Super AMOLED panel, obviously. And let me try to a little bit decrease the studio lighting effect with a full brightness. So a little bit I did decrease the brightness levels, and you can see the brightness in the Realme X7 Pro version has got a slightly higher brightness level in this location. You can see the area which is slightly more bright than the Realme 7 Dimensity 800U processor. So the Realme 7 has the 120Hz refresh rate. Maybe as a future-proof option, you can buy this phone. So considering the 120Hz, but one thing is that the phone comes with the Dimensity 800U processor. So MediaTek processors are really good, but the game developers and games should be optimized for the MediaTek processor. So that is where the things kind of very slow for the MediaTek processors when you compare it with the Snapdragon phones. The Snapdragon phones, they are really optimized for the gaming, most of the gamers. So this is a quick conclusion friends, and I did like the small bezels here and the small cutout punch hole here, and the very good saturation and contrast levels are really good in the Realme X1 Pro. So that is as expected because of this premium smartphone, and it is mid-range segment mobile phone. You can see the huge bezels and a big front camera punch hole cutout, not the small one, big punch hole cutout. And that's it for this quick comparison between both of the smartphones, and make sure to check the links in description for more in detail reviews. And thank you for watching this video friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, bye.